I am the villain.
Yeah, wow, I bet you didn't see that one coming. This is probably gonna be the biggest news of the year. I never thought I'd see the day. This feeling I'm feeling right now matches up to when I was a child, asking my mum for McDonald's on the way home and her actually saying yes. Asking and begging with little to no faith that I would ever actually see the day, but to my complete amazement, she pulled into the drive-thru. The shock on my face after seeing this had me genuinely researching whether or not it was AI generated. But no, to my complete astonishment, it's true. Nikocado actually lost all the weight. The things people will do to themselves, their image, their reputation, their life will always seem to blow me away. But there's no one like Nikocado Avocado. He is, in my opinion, the absolute fine line definition of selling your soul for clout. If for some reason you don't know him, Nikocado is a YouTuber known for his giant food eating mukbang videos and crying on camera about being fat. But things weren't always his way for Nikocado. He used to be a vegan, very skinny, and what seemed to be a very happy guy years ago. Until one day he took a turn for the dark side, chowing down food in front of the camera every other day like me at McDonald's after a night out of drinking. And obviously because of this, he put on a lot of weight, but that wasn't the only thing he put on. If you have half a brain, you can tell that all the meltdowns and the way that he acts in his videos are just that, an act. It's pretty damn obvious, at least to me, that no normal person actually acts this way. A while ago, he claimed that everything has just been this huge social experiment and that we're basically all fools under his puppetry spell for believing that he actually acts the way he does.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment I've come to know.
At first, this video was taken as a complete joke, at least I thought so, but I've recently learned that a lot of people on the internet genuinely think that this is actually how Nikocado is in real life, like as if he's not playing a character, when to me, it's just so obvious, like I've known from the very beginning. My main question is, why? Which I'll get onto later. My initial reaction to him saying that everything has just been this social experiment was, well, he's just saying this now because he's embarrassed and wants to reclaim his reputation. Trying to like flip the switch and say, actually, haha, you're the idiot for giving in to all my lies and deception, which I think he really tries to play into in his new video that he posted, because in the intro, he does this like soft villain style opening while wearing this giant panda mask, so it ends up just looking really stupid anyways. But basically, Nikocado posted this video where he reveals that he lost 250 pounds, which by the way got 21 million views in a day.
This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings.
Yeah, okay. He basically just rants on like this for 10 minutes, just talking about how we're all ants and fools and, you know, rats in the system for believing all of his lies.
You are the ants.
But like, first of all, why is he reciting this intro in some poetic form like a DC villain explaining their backstory to Batman when they finally meet him or something? But I just want you guys to really think about this. Like, it's actually insane when you really break it down. Put it this way, Nikocado got fat eating a bunch of food, started acting absolutely insane, which definitely contributes heavily to the amount of views he's gotten, obviously. Then he would go on to pre-record all these mukbang videos, posting them slowly over time, in which he would then be secretly losing weight behind the scenes. Like, it was all this elaborate plan that he made. He knew that he could lose the weight because apparently he's like some health expert or something. But wouldn't a health expert also know that doing this to your body in the first place, regardless if you lose the weight afterwards or not, can still cause irreversible damage to your body? For example, stretched skin. Like, have you ever seen those obese people lose weight? They genuinely have this like huge amount of sagging loose skin that stays with them because of how much the fat stretches it. Like, why would anyone want that? But from what I can see here, he looks pretty skinny, so I don't know if the fact that he's like this expert meant that he could put on the weight in some sort of special way, but you know, I really doubt it because of just looking at all the terrible food that he eats. What really grinds my gears personally is him calling everyone like little ants that he's watching over and controlling as if he's like God or something, when all he did was destroy his life for views. Like, my question to him is, how is this a flex? Like, how does Nikocado actually think that he's like won something here? Because to me, doing all this to yourself as a social experiment or for some YouTube money just seems completely stupid and quite frankly absolutely bizarre and disgusting. Put it this way, if some genie came up to me and said, hey, I I'll give you $1 billion and worldwide internet fame. All you have to do is become morbidly obese and cry all over the internet. Brother, I'm grabbing that genie by his twirly little tail and throwing him like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. Like, to me, it just makes no sense, and I'm seeing a bunch of memes on TikTok and people commenting things like, Nikocado is the new Walter White. Like, I'm sorry, but claiming this guy is some sort of villain makes absolutely no sense. Like, all he's done is destroy himself and then lose the weight. But the damage has already been done. You can't just hit the reset button. Like, don't get me wrong, good for him for losing all the weight. I think that's actually really inspiring, and it shows just how easy losing weight can be. But like, how do you talk to your family after this period in your life? Everyone on the internet thinks you're this complete nutcase. Like I said though, I think this is going down as one of the craziest historical moments on the internet. And honestly, I think now Nikocado is just one step closer to becoming a fitness influencer if he wanted to do something like that. I'm sure he could make a lot of money doing so. Like, he could make a huge bag sharing all the knowledge that he has about losing weight and food and all that. He clearly likes money, so I'd say go for it. But clearly he's mastered the art of internet clout. Not that it necessarily looks most appealing, but this could definitely go on a list of fastest and easiest ways to get famous, I guess. Eat a bunch of food and act crazy. Then when you're done, just lose the weight. That definitely seems to be the way to get people's attention nowadays, acting just crazy and stupid on camera. But anyway, I can't wait to see Nikocado's next video. God, this is just so interesting. Like, credit where credit is due. Nikocado, you never fail to entertain me. Alright, bye.